guys, this is Johnny Garcia, the nobody, you guys know. Anyways, man, I'm excited today. This is gonna be the second round with my expert, this guy right next door. Some of you guys know him by Jeff. Some of you guys know him by something else. I don't really sure, but this is the expert here. And I don't care what you think, whether you're an expert or not. You might say, no, man, there's plenty of experts out there. Who knows who? But anyway, this is my expert. And we're here today to talk about a little bit of different things that's going on. First of all, first thing that I'm going to get to is what do you think? And we're going to hit it in the bud because I did a video earlier on this local savior of ours, a local politician here, a county judge, insists wherever he's getting his information, I don't know what, where, CDC, local health department, I don't know where he's getting his information, or maybe he's got his own information. Anyways, we're talking about County Judge Eddie Trujillo. What do you think of that guy? Let's get to the bottom of that really quick.
I'm not a fan of what he did down here in the Rio Grande Valley. Right off the bat, he violated the Constitution when he started fining people for not wearing masks and in public places. He was going to fine people, what was it, $1,000?
Something like that.
$1,000 or 180 days in jail. Just for not wearing a mask. You can't make people do that. You can quarantine sick people, but you can't be doing these quarantine measures for healthy people. That's illegal, and that's what the governor said. That's what Greg Abbott said. He said you can't be doing this, and it took him 3 days to quit implementing that policy. So no, I'm not a fan of Trevino. I've heard people that know him say that his whole idea was he wanted people to remember him as the person that saved us from COVID-19.
So this guy's really going into history or something. He wants to be remembered as a damn guy or whatever you want to call this guy. Anyways, what do you think of, what is he, do you know, happen to know where he's getting his information from? Is it CDC? Is it local? I mean, what kind of, I don't know, where he's getting his information? Do you happen to know anything?
I don't have a clue. Probably CNN.
CNN. Well, there you got it, guys. Anyways, I also want to talk about a little bit of this quarantine, man, that, I don't know, like I said, we're talking about this judge here locally, maybe the governor, maybe the president. I mean, what do you think should happen, or what's your, I mean, give me your opinion of what's going on besides just what's going on here locally.
Whew, well, COVID-19 is a pretty big topic. I've broken it into 3 little sections. First is it's a hoax. Second is who pushed the hoax. And third is who's profiting from the hoax. So that's how I've been seeing it. And I can talk about how it's a hoax. I've been graphing the numbers every single day since March 18th, and I've seen some anomalies. For example, on March 22nd was the day that 5,000 cases just disappeared. They just disappeared. And on March 22nd was the first day that the death rate had fallen to 1%. And every day after that, it has been steadily climbing, and it's up to 6% now. And that was on the same day that 5,000 cases disappeared. So that's a little too much of a coincidence for me. And lately, I've been graphing the numbers, and what you expect to see is this exponential curve like this, right? It skyrockets straight up after a little while because it's contagious. Well, what you're really seeing is it started doing that, and then it just did this straight line slope. And what that tells me is that the number of cases we're seeing is limited by how quickly that they can actually test to see who's sick. So really, there's probably 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 times as many cases as there are. And I mean, I can keep going on if you want me to about
No. Let's talk about now Fauci. I want to know, I know we all know this guy. I know he's the president's, I guess you can say maybe a right-hand guy on the medical side. But what do you think of this guy here?
So the thing you have to understand about Donald Trump bringing on Fauci is Trump is going to let people point the finger at Fauci for him. He may know that Fauci's a bad guy, but he's not going to say it. Instead, he's going to put Fauci out in the limelight, and he's going to let people like me start digging in on this guy and see what's wrong with him. Now, I don't know if you've seen it or not. Have you seen the pandemic video yet?
I've seen some, man. I got several, man. I don't know which one to even follow. That's why, man, I want to kind of approach you and see what you can tell me.
All right. Well, the pandemic video, it's been hot for a couple of days. YouTube, Google, everybody, they've been tearing this thing off the internet. It's like a modern-day book burning. Nobody's allowed to see this thing anymore. And all you can find are articles just discrediting it. Well, what that movie pointed out is that Fauci has a conflict of interest here. He has this thing called the National Institute of Allergies and Infectious Diseases, NIAID, and he's in charge of that, right? Well, that gets government funding, like our tax dollars, and they do research, and they can make patents on the things that they discover. Well, with the patents, they're able to make money off of that. So what's happening is the taxpayers are paying for these people to discover these patents and make money off of them. Like, let's say that I invested in a research company. If I gave them money, they have to give me something back.
Exactly, in return.
Exactly. But what's happening is taxpayers are giving these people money, and they're just keeping it, and they're keeping all the profit. And there's a conflict of interest with Fauci because he's the head of the coronavirus task force, and the NIAID is developing a vaccine. So what do you think's going to happen when they patent this vaccine and Fauci's in charge? He's going to say, look, everybody, you got to get this vaccine or you can't go to work or you can't go to school. And so he stands to make billions and billions off of this stuff. Same with his buddy Bill Gates. Bill Gates is out there screaming, hey, everybody, if you don't get a vaccine, we're all going to die. You have to get one. All this stuff. Well, Birx, the other lady that's working with Fauci, her daughter works for the Bill Gates Foundation. So they're all interconnected and they're all trying to profit off the same thing. And that's what that pandemic video is about. But that's not what people are talking about. And they should be.
What about that vaccine? What do you think? A year? Next month? When are we getting this vaccine that we're all waiting on?
It'll be at least a year, man, because they're going to want to push it through the FDA. They're going to want to do all this stuff with it. Trump's did this warp speed thing to try and speed it up, but even then, no way. It's going to take a long, long time. It won't be ready by December. I doubt it'll be ready by December. They're going to try and drag out this quarantine thing, this lockdown, as long as they can, because the agenda behind it is really to wreck the United States. So they really don't care what's happening to the economy. The people that have the money, they've still got the money. They're not losing out on this. Just we are.
Should we protest? I know Michigan had a big thing like saying, you know what, the F finger to all you guys, and we're going to go out there and protest and forget about this. I know I had heard on one of your podcasts, I'm going to say kind of in your own website, where you said, well, man, you know what, we should get together and go out here and protest also. What do you think? Should we all get together and make a change? Because I believe, it's the wrong word, I believe in numbers we can be more powerful, but I don't know. What do you think?
We absolutely should be out there protesting when these people are doing these unconstitutional things like fining us for not wearing masks and stuff like that. We need to let our politicians know, like, hey, you work for us. It's not your job to put your thumb on us and keep us down. It's your job to help us out and lift us up. And I think people, like, let's take a look at an example. What was it? South Dakota, their governor decided not to do anything about the coronavirus. He left everything open. And what did her people do? They threw a parade for her. They were so thankful that she didn't destroy their economy. You look at another place, I can't remember where it was. It might have been Wisconsin or Michigan or something like that. People stormed into the state capitol with rifles, with everything, and were demanding to be heard. And of course, they locked them out. They did not want to have anything to do with the people. So you've got these two sides. You've got the controllers, like in that one state, that are trying to squish their people and ruin their economies, and the people are revolting, and they should be. And then you've got the governors that are helping the people, and they're getting praised. So it's really up to these politicians. Do they want the people behind them, or do they want the people against them?
Do you think, or do you believe presently today, or does it go back many years, are we being programmed? Us as humans, are we being programmed to be told, you know what, you got to, what are you majoring in? Biology? Okay, you got to take these certain courses. You what are you doing here? You got to do this and this and that. Or do you think that's what we're doing? Brainwashed, maybe groomed, I guess you can say.
Oh, we're absolutely brainwashed. Using your medicine example of this biology stuff, it's called Rockefeller medicine. I don't know how many people know who Rockefeller was. Really rich dude. He decided he was going to take over the medical industry. He's an oil guy, and what he's done is he hijacked the schooling. So he made sure that all the schooling you get had to be through his program that he pushed through the government with his money. Because, I mean, this guy lent money to the government. He was so rich. So the government did what he wanted. And now all the medicine you buy is petrochemicals, which is oil, which was his business. Everything you buy is oil. So yeah, he manipulated the entire education system to push his drugs that he wanted to sell. And it's not just the pharmaceutical industry. Everything is like that. Even our TVs are programming us to think how they want us to think. I mean, well, I'm not. I was just thinking about this Ahmad thing, but I'm not going to bring that up here.
Well, anyways, I believe the same thing. I believe a lot of us, big numbers, a lot of us are just getting groomed, programmed, and to believe, to be scared. That's another thing. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that are just getting scared. Not just here, but I believe the United States has a big part. We have a big influence in a lot of countries. I tell you that from experience because everywhere I go, I ask a lot of my students, "Hey, what country we like to go visit is America?" They always say America. For me, it's the United States. They say we want to go to America. Everybody wants to go to America. And I've been to 10 different countries. I always ask them, which 2 states would you like to go? And they always tell me the same thing: New York and California. Because when they go online, they expect that if they go to the store, they'll see a famous star, Arnold Schwarzenegger, or they see Brad Pitt there. They think those are the places to go. The U.S. has a big part to influence and to, man, we're just spoiled here, I believe. I don't know what you believe on the United States, but I've just seen it firsthand. When I travel, everybody, they just want to go to the United States. What is this thing with the United States? That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. What do you think, Jeff?
I think you're right, and what you're saying about New York and California makes sense because that's where our media comes out of. So people.
Oh man, media.
Yeah, that's what people see. So that's what people want to come experience, and really, that's the worst thing they can do because California and New York, that is not the United States. That is the globalist wing of the United States. That's so far left, you can't even touch it. But I think you're right. I think that's why people want to come. They see it on the television. That you got your Hollywood, and then you've got your New York studios,
That's right.
and that's what they want to come live.
But on the subject of media, what do you think of the media, man? Man, and I'm just gonna say it because I'm a Trump fan. But every time he goes up there, there's a media. Somebody's always gonna ask a question, and then that one question turns into twists and turns and into a tunnel, a dark tunnel, and then man. So man, tell me a little bit. What do you think about the media? Or I know there's legit news. Like I said, I'm a fair guy. I've always been a fair guy. Even though people sometimes say, no, he's not. I mean, he's mean or whatever. But I'm a fair guy, and I always, I want to be fair.
Well, I would have to disagree. I don't think there is real news anymore. It's all been hijacked. There's only like 6 companies. They own literally everything on the television. And they've got their leftist agenda that they're pushing the whole time. Now, they may have a little bit of competition between one another, but at the end of the day, their goals are the same. And they do brainwash people. You can't turn on the TV and find anybody saying something nice about Donald Trump. Not on Fox News. I don't care what people say. It's not on Fox News. They don't like him there either. I heard somebody say ABC is the most balanced thing out there. Yeah, right. That's Disney. They had a CEO flying to Epstein's Island to diddle little kids at Disney. I mean, it's gross. No, the media is horrible, and they are just. The media is the propaganda tool of these globalists to keep us ignorant and stupid and down. And they do a really good job at it. They do a really, really good job at it, I'm afraid to say. But there is a light at the end of the tunnel. People like me and you are becoming the media. People have rejected the mainstream media more and more every day, and they're looking to people that are putting out their own stuff, their own research, their own viewpoints. And that, I think, is going to be the real future of the media if we can defeat these things like YouTube and Twitter that are censoring people left and right because they're kind of part of the media now.
And how about Facebook? I know I put up a couple of videos I just saw today. Some videos were taken down because it didn't meet the standards of it being for real or meeting facts. And they were brought down for whatever reason. I don't know if the owner for Facebook is with somebody or he's trying to, I don't know. But I mean, I know he has other soldiers working for him, but I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, well, he's in league with all these bad guys too. So Facebook is LifeLog. If you don't know what LifeLog is, you need to look it up. It was a DARPA program that was designed to catalog everybody's total life experience. And the same day that LifeLog shut down was the same day that Facebook launched. And I mean, come on, LifeLog, Facebook. So it's a government program. They just stuck a guy that basically sold his soul to the devil to be in charge of it so he could make money. And that's really what they do. That's really what they do. And no, they're not honest. They're not fact-checking anything. I mean, I've seen fact checks where it just says, this has been proven false, and you try to click it, it doesn't take you anywhere. They don't want to tell you. They just want you to not believe that it's true. And I've had this done to me before. For example, Obama is the guy that released the head of ISIS during his administration, and Facebook tried to say that wasn't true. And I put that as a post, and they fact-checked me. So I went and did my own fact-check, and I found out that the colonel of the prison military facility out in the Middle East, he said in his own words, yeah, we let this guy out during the Obama administration. And I know this because he turned to me and he said, I'll see you in New York or something like that. So Facebook has their agenda. They aren't fact-checkers. They're just pushing whatever they're told to push. You can't believe Facebook, and they are censoring people left and right like crazy. They do it to me all the time.
Yeah, I've gotten that done, and I think it was 2 videos that was brought down because it was not checked or it was not enough facts to it. But anyways, we're gonna close this one down because I got another segment. I guess you can say round 3, but I want to finish this off by saying a little bit. I live here in San Benito. It's terrible here in San Benito. Business-wise, for small business, man, it's terrible. I call it sunny, sinister San Benito, here where I live. It's the city I live in, but I live out in the outskirts. I mean, it's terrible. I know right now there's going through a mayor transition. I know there's some mayors coming up for elections, but I mean, right now it's like in a hole because of this king of king viruses that it's taking over. There's no more cancer. There's no more diabetes, no more homeless, or no anything like that going on. But anyways, you live in Harlingen.
I do live in Harlingen.
I don't know if do you know your mayor there in Harlingen?
Boswell. I know his name is Boswell.
Is he up for re-election? Is he? I mean, what is he? Do you know him personally? Does he come up to your house and knock and say, "Hey, people of Harlingen, I am your mayor. Look, I'm here walking," or is it sitting behind the desk? I know a lot of people just sit down behind the desk. It looks great on paper, but I don't even know the guy. I don't even know the mayor here.
No,
I didn't even know that naughty county judge that we have here, 83. I didn't even know who the hell he is until he started popping out here.
Neither did I until this.
How's Harlingen out there going for you?
I don't know the mayor. I haven't done my research very well. I have
politics there. I don't know. Like I said,
I've heard people talk about him, and they don't have nice things to say.
Oh no. Okay. Well, anyways, guys, my name is Johnny, the nobody. This is Jeff, my expert. I don't care what you guys say. If not, you guys, everybody knows me, so you guys can find me. But this is my expert. There's gonna be round 3 really soon. I don't know if Jeff, do you have anything else to say besides before we finish?
No, stop watching the news.
There you go.